beauties, welcome back to my channel. Today I am going through my August favorites. Like, holy crap, August is gone. I don't even know what happened to it. It was my birthday month and I spent way too much money, but that's what I do every year, so it's to be expected. And because of that, I had way too many favorites this month. I don't always do favorites every month just because it would be the same boring video, so I like to change it up. So whenever I'm liking new things or new ways of doing things, I like to share them with you then. So this month I have a ton. So grab a pen and paper and let's do this. My very first favorite for this month is an expensive one, and I apologize for that, but it had to be mentioned. This is the Clé de Peau Silky Cream Foundation with SPF 23. You guys, yes, it is way too expensive. It was my birthday, so I bought it. I don't know if I would have under normal circumstances, but I'm glad that I got this. Every time I have worn this in a video, you guys have been like, your skin looks amazing, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, oh no, it's this. This stuff is so good. It is medium to full coverage, but it doesn't feel heavy. It doesn't sink into my pores. It gives me a glow without being an oil slick. It's phenomenal. And I'm telling you, every single time I have gotten compliments on my skin, it has been this guy. And I have been putting that bad boy on with this brush. This is the MAC Oval 6. Yes, I am going to do a review on this and talk about it some because with the original batch there were some issues. So I'm going to go over all that in a video when I show you guys how I use this, what products I use it with, which ones I don't like it with, yada yada. But I love this guy. This is, it's freaking phenomenal. It buffs in your makeup so well. It's dense and it feels good on your skin. This gives an excellent application for your makeup. Concealer, you can see this guy is like, I am scraping the bottom of this thing, and this is the MAC Mineralize Concealer. I'm sure you've been seeing me use this a lot in my videos lately. I was talking about how some of the other concealers are a little too heavy, or even though they were supposed to be hydrating, were really actually drying underneath my eyes. So this is the one I have been reaching for the most. This is about medium coverage. You can really actually get super light coverage if you wanted to, and it's hydrating. So it's going to be great for anybody who has fine lines and wrinkles underneath their eyes that just need a softer appearance. So this works great for that. And it also is great if you have dry under eye area in general. So it's going to make everything look a lot softer. If you're worried about creasing and whatnot, if you set it with a powder, you're absolutely good. I really don't find too many issues with it, but honestly, that's not one of my chief concerns. So I'd rather have creasing before I would a dry under eye. That's just me though, but if you're looking for a new concealer that isn't drying, this one is really nice. Jumping over to primers, and I have a few of them here. The first one is this new Marc Jacobs Undercover Perfecting Coconut Face Primer. This feels so good on your skin. I am combination. It does not make me any more oily than I am, but it also does not control it. So I use something else to control the oil, but this hydrates the rest of my skin so nicely. Sometimes I didn't even have to moisturize. So this felt super good. And a plus side is the smell of this smells really good to me. Again, if you don't like coconut, probably won't like it. Now, this is my newest absolute obsession, like obsessed with this right now. And it is a combo. It is the MAC Refined Zone Treatment. What you do with this is before your primer, put it on your T-zone. I skip my nose because my nose can get a little flaky and dry, but it also gets oily. That's a whole nother story. So I skip my nose, but I put it here. If you wanted to, you could put it on your chin and your forehead. I skip those because I really don't care if that gets a little shiny, but my pores, you know, when you start to get oily, it starts sinking in and it's just disgusting and I hate the way it looks. And one day I was like, I need some extra oomph on my oil control. So I put this guy on. Waited, it soaks up and you feel your pores like almost shrinking. They're not actually shrinking, but this becomes so dry on your pores that it feels like it's shrinking. And then you put this bad boy on top, and this is the Makeup Forever Step 1 Skin Equalizer in Smoothing. This is what I usually use just all by itself to fill my pores, but this combination is like magic. Like, you have no more pores. It's freaking phenomenal. This works really well with this primer as well, the Dior Pore Minimizer. However, I love this together, but obsessed with this one together. And I think the reason being is that this one is a little bit more of a dry formula than the Dior. But either way, if anything, just pick this guy up and put it underneath whatever you're using to fill your pores and be prepared to be obsessed. While we are talking about pores, Laura Mercier Translucent Setting Powder. I joined that bandwagon and I am not turning back. I will say I do not like this all over my entire face because I feel like it's a tad bit too drying. However, dryness on your pores is such a phenomenal thing, and I am good for that. This helps to blur the pores. It sets it to an absolute matte finish, and it is great for touching up. So if you're finding that your foundation is starting to sink into your pores, making things look disgusting, we all know, take a little bit of that, tap it on top, golden. And I have found that this stuff actually makes a lot more of my foundations work for me. So if I haven't been loving a foundation and I use it with this, or even my combination of those other primers, we're good. So I feel like I can actually start to love more foundations. My absolute favorite lipstick for the month has been Yash. This is by MAC. It is a pro color, so you cannot get it in your partner stores, but you can absolutely get it online, and I feel like you can probably get it at the pro stores. This is the perfect nude for my skin tone. I have been loving this guy, and it's super easy too. I'll pop this on, I'll pop a gloss on top if I want a little bit of a shine, which apparently I have been into lately. Favorite mascara, MAC Upward Lash. Now this guy I was struggling with at first because I didn't know how to use it. It has a teeny tiny little wand on here, I guess, or I guess it would be the brush that's teeny tiny, and it has little plastic bristles, and I was having issues with it at first because I didn't understand how to use it, but once I figured out the best way to apply it, and especially now that it's starting to not have as much product in there, I love this thing. It separates my lashes, gives me nice volume and length. No, it does not give me volume. I think that just spit that one out. It gives me nice length. This is not a volumizing mascara. So if you want volume, don't do this. If you want mascara that is going to lengthen and curl, this is your guy. And it's also super phenomenal for that bottom lash line. I'm just gonna smile. That's all I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna smile. I love this palette. And if I'm talking about a palette on my channel in favorites, I love it. So I don't talk about palettes a lot because I have my MAC palettes that have all the colors I could possibly need. So when I find a good one, I get super excited about it. And this one is a good one. I love these shades. I love the blendability. I love the pigmentation. These are super nice. And I'm gonna have a moment of truth with you guys. If I had seen this palette first, I would not have bought the Smoky. Sorry, I said it, and it's not that I don't like the Smoky. I'm keeping it. I do think I can get great looks out of it, and if you are a makeup collector like me, it's always nice to have palettes, you know. But this palette is just beautiful, and every shade is different, whereas in the Smoky, I found that the middle row all looked the same on my eyes. So I loved the mattes, and I loved the opposite end, and then like one in the middle. So this takes out all the BS, if that is appropriate to say. I don't really care, but it does. It takes out all the BS. You have just the colors you need, and really, what was the Smoky palette? Was it $54? I think this was $10 more, and the shadows are bigger. So now this is a super random one. This is Nars Laguna, and as you can see, I have hit pan on this guy. I have been using this one all month. I was using the not Nars. I was using the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Bronzer like it was going out of style. And I was like, you know what? I need to change it up a bit. And then I went to reach for my MAC Give Me Sun, and I saw Laguna out of the corner of my eye. I was like, I remember loving that. Let me give that a shot again. And I'm so glad I did, except for the fact that I think I'm gonna need a new one. Okay, my last two are skincare items. So again, with the Retin-A, I have been using that and my skin has been super, super, super duper dry. And this has been saving it. This is MAC's Complete Comfort Cream. And for whatever reason, I have called it Care Blend in like 2 videos. It's not Care Blend. I'm thinking about the powder and the oil, and this is MAC's Complete Comfort Cream. It is thicker, it is more emollient, and it has saved my skin. It has been phenomenal. And also, I am breakout prone. I've had this and I've used it for a while, but I've been using it more like every day now that my skin is this dry. Doesn't break me out, doesn't clog my pores, but it gives me all the moisture that I need back in my skin. The last thing is this Clinique Extra Mild Liquid Facial Soap. This is, it feels so good on your skin. So if you're dry like I am right now, what I have been doing is taking my makeup off with an oil. I've been using my Clarisonic with a foaming facial soap, and then doing my skincare at night. And then in the morning, all I have on my face is skincare. So I use this, so I'm not stripping my skin. This does not sud, so you're not gonna have all the foam all over your skin. And I don't know how well this is gonna take off makeup, so don't ask me, I have no idea. But this feels amazing. It does not leave my skin feeling super tight and dehydrated and gross. This feels like I put lotion on my face. So I am definitely going to be repurchasing this whenever I'm out because I really, 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 really do love this. That's it, guys. That is my video of my August favorites. I hope you guys enjoyed this. As usual, if you liked this video, please like, comment, subscribe, do it all, and I appreciate you. And most of all, come back.